It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Hawks and the Jaguars, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Gordon here alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Seahawks in this matchup.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. For the first time, the Jacksonville Jaguars set to go here on offense, led out by the new face of the franchise, the #1 overall pick, of course, from this year's draft. It's Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson.
For so long, the Jacksonville Jaguars have been seeking their franchise quarterback, and they believe they've got their guy now. How about this? 38-2 in his collegiate career, won a national championship his freshman season, and the only losses he ever suffered during the college football playoffs. Had to have a little bit of surgery in the offseason, but this is a guy who's locked in on football, has everything you're looking for in a quarterback.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. Seattle's offense ready to go here for the first time, and leading them is the 7-time Pro Bowler in his 10th year now in the NFL, Russell Wilson.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. At the beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. There they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Pushing his way through. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. Touchdown! Nick Ballore from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback and pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Here comes Reed. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Working with a 2nd and 4. To throw is Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Lawrence to Jones, first down Jacksonville. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
Before making a move to Seattle, Carlos Dunlap was the Bengals' all-time sack leader. Ended up having 5 with the Seahawks in 8 games in 2020 as well.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Right there, 54, right there.
Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Benson Mayowa able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete into the hands of Carson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. In trouble, and he's taken down.
This Jacksonville unit really struggled to get to the quarterback in 2020. Just 18 sacks as a team. Only Cincinnati had fewer. Remember, they used to be known as Saxonville. They want to get back to those ways here in 2021.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. So for Trevor Lawrence, listen, the hype, the buzz, whatever you want to call it, it just surrounds this guy. One of the most highly regarded draft picks of the last decade or two. What do you think defenses are going to throw at him here in his rookie season?
Well, I think all the edge rushers can't wait to get a shot at him, especially his rookie year, because they want to see if he can handle the pressure when they come at him. But I think defensive coordinators, they know that he's well-schooled and he's very intelligent. They want that pressure on him. They'll throw those normal blitzes. They also want to throw combo coverages in the secondary to see if he can read them.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lawrence. And this is incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case,
touchdown Jaguars! Laviska Shenault, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-to-interception ratio is what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. Well, for an inside linebacker, I think you'd agree when I say that he is fast to the football, and he proved that thesis correct on that last play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the final number here in terms of top speed, I mean, that almost looks like a misprint. He was just absolutely flying. Unbelievable. From the 27, Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And this will go to Carson out wide. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And Gerald Everett makes a good catch there for a first down, and he was signed away from the Seattle Seahawks division rivals, the Rams, after 4 years in L.A. backing up Tyler Higbee. He's excited about his opportunity in the Pacific Northwest. Last year, 41 catches, a career high.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They go play action now. Wilson. Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Wilson now off the bootleg. And that is incomplete.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the second one.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because...
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. He's got a man, complete. And he will have the Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run here with Robinson. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Now Lawrence to throw. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carlos Dunlap picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lawrence. That caught by Manhertz. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And complete here to Carlos Hyde. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Caught by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Hyde on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon. And now off to the races, down the right side. Past the 20, 10, and he will take this this one home. It's a touchdown.
I'm making my presence.
So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo, you said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's got limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. To return, here's Agnew. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now Carlos Hyde gears up to take the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
56.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. That complete over the middle. He's got Manhertz, the tight end. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And what a great call defensively there because they decided to bring pressure off the corner. And a lot of times, those big linemen, they can't account for the speed of a defensive back. And that time, he made a beeline right for the quarterback and got him. The cat blitz, tough to defend.
To try again after the sack. Lawrence under pressure. They got him again.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination.
Get ready!
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, That may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Jags grab it. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards to pick up there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down now, it's Robinson, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Well, the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. There he goes inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 16, Wilson. Flush to his right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Carson is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, a give to Hyde. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Third down, Carlos Hyde. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. They'll run it now with Robinson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. Now a throw here to his running back.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
And he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. Flushed out right. Got some room at the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Dancing to his left. And some space here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a strong first half out of quarterback Russell Wilson. First up, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Seahawks in that first half. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half. Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out of the locker room. We're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back upstate to Jacksonville and Brandon Godden.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is DJ Reed returning. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Here's Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And, Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
After the sack, you could understand him maybe being a little bit nervous back there, a little skittish, but he looked awfully decisive when he took off and ran.
Very decisive and picked up that first down in the process. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They run it with Carson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Stays on his feet, and he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Forced out to his left. Finding room to the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Let's go, let's go.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Carson. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Throwing is Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Gerald Everett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. To return, here's Agnew. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run. Robinson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Lawrence. There's Manhurts, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain it.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
He'll get 3 up to midfield. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They run again with Carson. And they'll get him down right about the 20. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Myers' kick is good, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Carlos Hyde was the target, and that'll bring up second down. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
Let's face it, the focus is going to be at the end of this play on the big-time gain, right? He lined up on the left and worked his way all the way to the right before the perfect pass found him. But how about the offensive line and the protection to give him enough time to work his way all the way across the field?
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
I got one. 56, Mike, 56, right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And Sharp calls it in. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. That's once again complete to Chark. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Lawrence on 3rd down. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. The kick by Lambeau is good. And that gets him back within 10. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And he will score. Special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. To return, here's Agnew. And he returns this to the 22. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter. On first down, Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
56, Mike, go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Lawrence. That caught by Manhertz. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will close the gap down to 14. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. Here's Reed. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And some room to roam now. And he's into the clear. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 81 yards. And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And how about the situation that we're in right now? Because this is the 4th quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs, and that was an A+ effort right there.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball.
And it's a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones there to make the grab. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Reed returning. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Wilson will throw again. That one to Swain, complete. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Now Lawrence on first down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Benson Mayowa in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. Carlos Dunlap able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down. It's Robinson, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. Here's Wilson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now Lawrence to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
There's Manhurts, the tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Lawrence going to throw again. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go. Bring it.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 62 yards. And the Seahawks use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Past midfield, look out. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's second down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Lambo on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now Wilson being chased out left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.